Okay, so originally I did not plan on talking about this at all, but after experiencing it, I can't not talk about it. Not to be dramatic, but it was the coolest thing ever. Worth everything, absolutely everything. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna put this out there. You're not getting any content from the actual show. I'm not gonna do that. You're not allowed, at least for my show. I'm assuming it's like this for all the shows, but maybe it's not. But at least for me, I know you weren't allowed to film during the actual show. I wasn't about to get kicked out, guys, so I didn't film. You weren't allowed to, so I didn't. That's that. However, you were allowed to record during the Q&A, so I definitely did that, and you will get to see some of that, So for starters, I have been counting this down on my Instagram since January 1st. Counting down the days started right after I bought the tickets. It was hard to keep track of because Instagram wouldn't allow me to start a countdown for 2024 while it was still 2023, so I had to wait until January to start the actual countdown. So once the countdown had started, it was officially time to panic. It didn't really start hitting me until March, and then I was just like so overwhelmed that I needed something to distract myself. So in March, I decided, you know what? At all of my concerts, I always bring all kinds of bracelets, and it's always so much fun. So I decided I was gonna start making bracelets. Oh boy. I was so close to 200 bracelets. Insert image here. I think I was the only one to bring bracelets to the show, but we'll get back to that later. But anyways, for prep-wise, I started making bracelets. It was great. It was going well. I never got bored of it. It was super fun. I actually started an Etsy shop because of it. I prepped. I painted some shoes for the event, actually, which was super fun. Finally, the day had arrived. I was so anxious. I did not know how it was gonna go. I knew, I had good seats and whatnot, but I didn't know how the VIP thing would go. And so I was really worried, and that is the reason that I got there at about 3 p.m. Now, getting my VIP tickets, we got an email and all that. We were supposed to be there at least 4:45. Before 4:45. I was scared, so I was like, okay, we need to be there way earlier than that. Finally, they brought out all our stuff, our VIP lanyards and whatnot, our poster. For VIPs, you get a signed poster. It's pretty awesome. And that is when I found out, not allowed to film during the show, but you can film during the Q&A. Then I found out VIP is a free-for-all. You do not sit in your designated seat that you bought for the show. You just go in and you sit down. And that is the moment that I was so thankful for my anxiety and the fact that I had gotten there an hour early. So we got inside and we had about 15 minutes to kill, and on this big screen on the wall was a QR code to send in your questions for the Q&A. And I panicked and I sent in way too many. It was a little embarrassing. Anyways, finally the time came and there he was in the flesh. It's so unreal to see like a YouTuber that you watch all the time in real life. It feels like you know them, but at the same time like you don't know them, obviously. It wasn't too long at all before he answered my questions. He answered a lot of my questions, but one moment in particular stood out to me and just made my day, made my year. And that moment was when tommyinnit spoke to me. So basically what happened is my question came up on the screen, he read it out loud, and then he had done this to other people. I'm not saying he didn't, but personally it was very cool. But he read the question and he was like, where are you? So that he could answer it directly to me, and that was just awesome.
You are gonna love the show. Where are you? Hey, Look, part of the show covers this. You may even go, wow. It's like it was made for me. It's like it was made for me. So I'm gonna pause, and I'll answer that with the show. All right. Yeah. All right.
Nice one.
Next one.
There were some other questions of mine that he answered. Probably too many. It started making me feel a little self-conscious about how many questions I sent in. I noticed mine more than others, but maybe that's just because it was actually my questions, because I'm fairly certain that I saw other names pop up more than once, but I don't know. I hope I wasn't the only one who sent in way too many questions.
My gut answer said drugs, but then I thought about that. I haven't actually done any drugs here, so just a full transparency. Favourite thing I've done? Oh, again, probably seeing the scenery and the greenery and spending time with my friends. Oh, God! I need to do that. Next question. What was your absolute favourite video you filmed from Cheyenne? Gotta get it right this week. What was my absolute favourite video you filmed? Oh, probably Meat Mountain. We did this video where we raced to get burgers. It was such a fun time. I love that one. That was my favourite, probably.
Are you serious?
All right, next one. Now, Cheyenne. Oh no, I'm gonna throw this one to Freddie. Freddie, can you answer this without getting an R?
Okay, guys.
Come on,
just don't R. Just. Sorry, man. I tried.
He's gonna say do drugs.
No, I think
don't cheer.
Even though it's really hard sometimes, if you can, getting outside is such an important thing to do. Just getting yourself surrounded by greenery. Sometimes you gotta feel down, but then wake up the next day and just really give it a go, you know? Because
Did Freddie say when you feel down, surround yourself with greenery?
It's Colorado.
well, there you go. It's Colorado.
What do I do to help when I'm feeling down? Oh, I don't know. I don't ever. So, Jack. Jack, what do you do? Jack, really open up with these people. They're here for you. They're here to know. What do you do when you're feeling down, buddy? Jack, you could connect with everyone. Come on. Come on, Jack. Really dig into your soul.
You're pressuring me, and you know when
Think how big the R could be. Think of the potential of the R. Come on, man. What do you do?
I've got another answer.
Help. No. Freddie, whisper it to him. Just tell him.
Talk to people. I talk to great people. I know. Yeah. Like my friends. There we are. Yeah. Double up, bang. Bigger round than you've ever got.
Get a cheer for anything. Just bow afterwards, all right?
I know. I'm taking it in. I'm learning.
Jack, what actually inspired you to pursue streaming? None of these bullshit answers you keep giving. Come on. What actually?
Well, I got invited to S&P Earth, and I was then told you had to stream to be on it.
Here we go.
Well, that's the truth. It's the truth. If you want the actually reason, I joined S&P Earth, and they told me I had to stream, so I did.
Freddie, what actually inspired you to pursue streaming? None of your classic Freddie bullshit.
I used to watch some of my favourite creators, like Technoblade.
For the cheer.
And no, I didn't actually. I donated so much money to that man. No, and then I just started doing it, I guess.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Probably watching other people.
All right, next one. Yeah. Okay. Advice for Twitch streamers just starting out. Hey, Jack. Any advice for Twitch?
I have a great answer to this one. The thing is, right, a lot of people will sit there and you're going to spend a lot of time streaming to 0 viewers. That's just how everyone starts out.
I didn't, but
most people start out that way.
But as you know, I lied. 1 viewer. I was always there.
Oh, double teaming, tag team down.
Well, most of us will start with 0 because we don't have Freddie.
You didn't.
Well, no, I had a very unique circumstance. Look, most people will start out with 0, and that's fine. That's the way it goes for most people. Tubbo had it for like 5 years, right?
Oh yeah, but you see why.
Gee, I'm gonna get my point out eventually, man. The point I'm trying to make is it's really good to pretend like people are there and constantly talking. Because if someone clicks on and you're sat there silently doing something and not talking because no one's there, then when the people do show up, they're gonna go, oh, they're not talking, and leave. Like, it's really important to kind of.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether there's 1 million people there or 0. act as if there's someone, and that's all that
Tell
really
you
matters.
what, you just changed a lot of lives in this room.
I really did try.
Okay, next question. All right. Vaping. What inspires you the most from Cheyenne? Hang on. What did you say? Hang on.
It's okay.
His or mine?
Yes.
What about mine? You want to look at it? I feel a little bit like I'm getting bullied here. No.
You're getting an IRL
Give me
donation.
$5 to show my...
It's American.
Are you gonna take? You're boxing it. You're boxing $5
To show my forehead in exchange. No.
It's crazy.
No, I actually probably shouldn't just take
Probably should give it back. You should get the money back. Well, I don't really get a choice in showing my forehead. It's just kind of a
This is
default for
fine.
me.
I'm not saying you cheered for that. You went like this, and everyone else went. It's kind of.
What inspires you the most, Tom?
What inspires you the most? It's definitely not my forehead, is it? I don't know. David Lynch.
I was about to say, me and Tom got really, if you know who David Lynch
Any
is.
dads here? Like David Lynch?
One David Lynch fan. Yeah! Yes! You're our people. Now we watch this.
Freddie, what inspires you the most? And you can't say Technoblade.
I was probably going to say,
Yeah?
I'd say either music or like my family.
He loves an R, doesn't he?
Loves an R.
I do love that.
Fucking hell, right. Next question.
After the Q&A was over, nothing mattered anymore. My day was made. I could go home and I would be fine, but obviously I wasn't going to do that. In line, waiting, I actually met some really cool people, so that was pretty fun. Sometimes waiting in line can be pretty boring, but meeting cool people definitely makes the wait worthwhile. Eventually, it was time to go inside for the actual show. We got in line to buy merch. If you want to see the merch, I'll put it on the screen, but if you don't, then here is a timestamp on the screen instead that you can skip to so that you don't see the merch. I had quite a bit of time to kill before the actual show started, so I decided I was going to start handing my bracelets out, and let me tell you, this was such a cool experience. I went to the people who I had been talking to in line first, and I was like, okay, I'll just start here, you know, see where I go next. I finish giving my bracelets to them, and then I turn around, and I feel like I've just been swarmed. There's a huge crowd of people all around me, people lining up to try and figure out what was going on. Apparently, I think it seemed like I was the only one who brought bracelets to the show, which, it surprised me, but I don't know. I expected to see people with bracelets, but clearly I was wrong. So after the show was, you know, it was kind of just the same. A lot of people, definitely less people. At some point we got told to move out. So then we had to go outside, but they were super nice about it and everything, so I'm not saying anything bad. We did have to go outside, and they did turn the lights off on us, but it's whatever. But I did end up giving away all of my bracelets. I met some really cool people, and that was one of my favorite things. And a lot of people actually had told me, you know, these are really cool, you could sell these. You should start an Etsy shop. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, I did start an Etsy shop, and I am selling MCYT bracelets. So if you want some, please go check it out. I will put the link in the description. I'm super excited about it, so I would really appreciate it if you would check it out and maybe buy some if you want to. Anyways, the show. The show was so awesome. I just loved it so much. It was everything I hoped for and more. I don't want to say too much because, you know, I didn't want to spoil anything, but it was great. And if you went, then you know what I mean. If you've already been to one of the shows, you know what I mean. If you're going to one of the shows, I'm so excited for you. If you're thinking about going to one of the shows, but you're not really sure, go to one of the shows. The answer is yes. You gotta do it. It's worth it. It's so awesome. You're gonna love it. The show itself, I don't know, it was like maybe 2.5 hours actually. Like, it lasted a pretty long time. I could be totally off, but that's just based off of memory. It was at least 2 hours, I think. We did have an intermission in the middle. which was very stressful because I did not know when it was gonna end. I don't know why I thought that was an okay way to end a video, so here I am 2 days later. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for that weird, abrupt cut. Again, I totally recommend going to one of the shows if you haven't already, or if you're not planning on it. It was awesome, and you're gonna love it. I know you are. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, because it was fun to talk about. Subscribe, maybe. Check out my Etsy shop, and I will hopefully see you guys again pretty soon.
Loud system. What did you say? I want to hear you shout. What?
What?